Hi everyone. Okay, I'm here again and I'm going to read the story of the Frog Prince and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, here it is. The Frog Prince. Once upon a time there was a princess. And she was a lovely princess. She was very kind. She was very nice. She loved everything. Sometimes she lived with her father, who was the king. The king. And he was a nice king. One day, she had all the toys that she wanted in the kingdom, and she was bored. And she came to her father and she said, "Father, I'm so bored. I have nothing left to play with." And her father, the king, said, "My daughter, why are you so bored? There's lots and lots of toys in the kingdom for you to play with." "Oh, Daddy, I've played with all the toys and I'm very bored of them now." So the king said, "Okay, come with me and I will show you something special." And the king took her all the way up to his safe in his room and he took out this golden ball. And he said, "This ball belonged to my family. It was my father's before me, and it was given to him by his father and his father before him. It's a very special gold ball." "Oh, Daddy, it shines so nice." "Yes, my dear, but don't lose it. It's very special, been in the family for a long time. Do not lose it." "Oh, I promise, Daddy, I won't lose it." And the king left, and the princess went outside to play with her ball. She threw it up in the air, she caught it. She threw it up in the air, she caught it. She threw it up in the air, and she heard a sound. She looked around, and there on the ground was a green frog. "There's a green frog on the ground," said the princess. "Ew, he's kind of ugly and dirty and slimy." Ooh, she dropped her ball and she picked it up very quickly. And the frog heard him say, "Ribbit, ribbit. Hello, dear princess. How are you? Ribbit, ribbit." "Well, hello, frog. I'm fine, but you are dirty and ugly and I don't want to talk to you." "Ribbit, ribbit. But princess, I'm so bored out here all by myself. Won't you play with me and your ball?" "Ribbit, ribbit." "No, I don't think so, frog. You're so icky." And with that, she ran away with her ball back to the castle. And the frog was left sad and alone. And he hopped away. Well, the next day, the princess decided to go to a different part of the garden with her ball. So she took her ball with her to a different part and she played all morning long all by herself. She threw up her ball, she caught it. She threw her ball up, she caught it. She threw her ball up all the way in the sunshine through the trees, and the sun shone sparkling on her ball and went in her eyes, and she couldn't see where the ball was. And when it came back down, boing, it bounced. Boing, it bounced again. Boing, and it bounced again. Boing, and it bounced and went right into the wishing well that was beside her where she was playing. "My ball! Oh no! My daddy will be so upset. He told me not to lose it. Oh, oh." And she cried and she cried, and then through her tears she heard, "Rock." And she looked around and she stopped crying. "Rock. Dear princess." It was the frog. Why are you crying, princess? Please don't cry. Oh, said the princess. Oh, frog, I lost my dad's ball. It landed in the wishing well and went too deep for me to get. What am I going to do? Daddy's going to be so upset with me. Oh, no. The frog, ribbit, ribbit, then said, Princess, please don't cry. I can help you get your ball. I can jump and I can dive down to the bottom of the well and find your ball. The princess said, You would do that for me? And the frog said, Of course, princess, but first you must do something for me, and you must make me a promise. The princess thought about that. I do need that ball back. Okay, frog, what is it that you want me to promise? He said, Well, I need you to take me to the castle with you, Ribbit, and let me eat dinner with you off your plate, and let me drink from your cup, and let me sleep on your pillow tonight. Ooh, yucky! He's a little green slimy frog. What should I do? Said the princess. Okay, frog. I promise. And so the frog hopped into the well. And for a long time, the frog didn't come back. The princess was starting to get a little bit worried. Oh, goodness me, what shall I do? And all of a sudden, bloop, ribbit, ribbit, and bloop, 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 came her ball, her beautiful golden ball. The frog had found it, and he gave her the golden ball. And she was so happy, and so was Frog. And the princess looked at Frog and said, Thank you, thank you. And then turned around and ran away as fast as she could. Princess, princess, ribbit, ribbit. Come back, princess. I can't keep up with you. My feet are too small and my legs are too small, ribbit. You forgot to take me with you, ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. But the princess ran away and left the frog where he was. She did not keep her promise. And the frog again was quite sad. Rabbit, rabbit. That night, the princess had dinner with her father, the king. And they sat at the table together and they were eating dinner. And while they were eating dinner, a loud knocking came at the door. And her father said, Princess dear, could you go and open the door and see who that is? The princess said, Of course, father, I will. And the princess went to the door and opened the door and... Rabbit. Oh no, you ugly dirty frog, what are you doing here? Ribbit, ribbit, you forgot to pick me up, princess, and bring me to the castle. No, I'm not going to bring you to the castle. You're not coming inside. You're so ugly and you're so dirty. No, go away. And she shut the door on him and went back to the dinner table with her father, the king. And her father looked at her and said, What was that about, dear princess? And princess said, Oh, father, I met a frog yesterday and I dropped my golden ball in the well and he got it back for me, but I promised a few things for him. But you know, he's such a dirty, ugly frog and he's so slimy. Ugh, I don't want to touch him, Daddy. And the king looked at his daughter and he said, I'm very disappointed with you, my daughter. When you make a promise, you must keep your promise. You need to go and let that frog inside this house at once. and let him eat from your plate, and let him drink from your cup, and tonight you will let him sleep on your pillow." Goodness me. So the princess wasn't very happy, didn't want to answer the door, but she went and opened the door to try and find the frog. Ribbit, and he was right there. "Hello, princess." Ribbit. "Hello, frog. My father says I have to let you come in. Can you pick me up, princess?" And so the princess picked up the frog and she brought him in to eat dinner with her. And she sat him at the table. "Okay, frog, here, you can sit at the table with me." "Princess, can I have some food from your plate, please?" And the princess looked at her father, and her father looked at her. And she gave the frog some food from her plate. And the frog ate it up. "Oh, princess, could I have some more? I'm still hungry." And she gave him some more. "Oh, princess, I'm so thirsty now. Can I have some drink from your cup?" And the princess didn't want to give him a sip from her cup, but her father looked at her, and she gave the frog a sip of drink from her cup. And then Froggy said, "Oh, I'm so full. I feel so good, but I feel so tired." Ribbit, ribbit. "Could you please take me to your room now so I can sleep on your pillow?" The princess was dreading this part. She said, Oh, must I?" And her father looked at her and said, "A promise is a promise." So she picked up the frog and she took him to her room and she laid him on her pillow and she laid next to him and she went to sleep. And so did the frog. "Good morning." The princess woke up and looked around. Hey, the frog was gone. Woohoo! The frog is gone. And she thought that was a happy feeling. And she carried on her day. She played with her ball and no frog. And then she came in to eat dinner with her father, the king. And guess who came to dinner too? Ribbit. The frog was back. And he asked for some food from her plate and drink from her cup, and he slept on her pillow. And that happened for the next few nights. Every day, the frog came back for dinner and to eat and to sleep on her pillow. And after a few days, the princess and the frog started talking to each other. And they were joking with each other. And they even started playing games together. And the princess found that she really liked the frog, that he wasn't too bad at all. And he had made her laugh sometimes so much. And he made her smile. And one night she said to him, "Froggy, why are you not there in the morning when I leave, when I wake up?" And the frog said, "Princess, I didn't think you want me to be there, Ribbit." And Princess said, "You know, I've gotten to know you these last few nights, and I like you. I like you so much." And she bent down and she gave the frog a little kiss. And oh my goodness, a big bright light and a big bang happened. And there's lots of smoke and lots of light. And the princess went, "Oh my goodness, what is happening? Where did the frog go?" And then out from the light came this guy, a boy, a man, a prince. And she said, "Ooh, who are you?" And he said, "Ribbit, Ribbit, you don't know me, you're my princess?" She said, "You are the frog?" And he said, "Yes, it is I'm the frog." "Well, what happened to you?" And the prince told her the story that when he was young, he was not very nice to the small animals or sometimes even people. And one day he was being very mean to a little frog, and the wood fairy came and saw him, and she said, "You're not very nice. You need to learn how to be kind." And she turned him into a frog. And then she said the only way the spell could be broken is if a person would truly like you and give you a kiss. And when that happened, the magic will be broken and you will be a prince again. And she was so happy, and he was so happy that he's no longer a frog. And he said, "I've watched you for so long, and I fell in love with you so much." And she said, "But I love you now too. You're such a nice young man, or you are such a nice frog." And he asked her if she will marry him, and she said yes. And they married with the king's blessings. She asked her father, and he was so happy. And together they lived happily ever after. But sometimes you have to remember to keep your promise and be kind to others. That's the end of the story of the Frog Prince. And it was a happy ending. Bye, everybody.